Good day, students! I am Teacher Patrick Malunes Aculado from Gabi National High School, Compostela West District, Davao de Oro Division, for the subject Reading and Writing Skills. For this episode, we will learn and discover the different patterns of written text across disciplines. Going through this module, you are expected to compare and contrast different patterns of written text, including narration, description, definition, exemplification and classification, comparison and contrast, cause and effect, problem solution, and persuasion. Now, I want you to prepare a pen and a piece of paper. Let us answer the activity in your self-learning module. Let us try. Are you ready? Written text follows certain writing patterns, or even combinations of the different writing patterns. Let us review what you know about them. Try to match the different texts you commonly encounter in the first column to their appropriate descriptions in the second column. For question number 1, printed advertisement of a product. If you answered letter B, then you get the correct answer. B. Describes. For question number 2, taxonomy. If you answered letter C, then you get the correct answer. Categorizes items that are similar and different. For question number 3, dictionary. If you answered letter D, you are correct. Letter D provides meaning. Number 4, movie review. The answer for item number 4 is letter F. Letter F convinces one to accept or believe in an idea or to do an action. Number 5, life hacks. The answer for item number 5 is letter G. Provides solutions. Number 6, global warming. The answer for number 6 is letter E. Letter E, result caused by another factor. Number 7, fairy tales. The answer for number 7 is letter A. Tells a story. Good job! Now you have an idea that written texts are developed for specific purposes. They narrate, define, describe, provide solutions, explain, or classify. Now let's move along to the next activity. This time, let us learn and discover the patterns of written text. Patterns give a sense of order. Understanding and being able to identify recurring patterns allows you to make educated guesses, assumptions, and hypotheses, as well as aid in developing important skills of critical thinking and logic. Similarly, patterns are also important in writing. They serve as your guide on how to outline ideas and present them in an organized and purposeful manner. Patterns of developing a paragraph help you sort out information, shape your writing, and enhance understanding of written text in various disciplines. Here are the commonly used patterns of written text. Number 1. Narration. Narration is a kind of writing that presents a story. It tells fictional and non-fictional events. Non-fictional writing includes personal narratives, biographies, and autobiographies. Fictional writing examples are short stories, myths, legends, and novels. Narration includes elements of storytelling such as plot, character, setting, point of view, and theme. When telling a story, it is usually done in chronological manner. Moreover, the details of narration relate to the main point in a narrative paragraph. Some signal words for narrations are before, meanwhile, afterward, at the same time, to begin with, subsequently, and previously. Q. What is your favorite story? Why do you like it? Number 2. Description. Description is common in writing. Its purpose is to create mental images among the readers. It requires careful attention to details because it involves showing and not telling. The main idea of a descriptive paragraph is to provide an impression about a subject. All sentences work together to present a single, clear picture of a person, place, thing, event, or idea using sensory details. Descriptive writing makes use of devices called figures of speech. The following are commonly used figures of speech. 1. Simile. Simile is comparison of two unlike objects using the words such as like or as. Example: her eyes are as bright as the stars. Number 2. Metaphor. Metaphor indirectly compares things that are different but share common qualities. Example: China is a sleeping giant. Number 3. Metonymy. Metonymy is using a part of an idea to refer to an object. Example: John is the head of the family. Number 4. Personification. Personification is giving life to inanimate objects. Example: the cold breeze kissed my skin. Number 5. Irony. Irony is using praise when in fact the opposite is meant. Example: you are so beautiful. You look like a Christmas tree. Number 6. Hyperbole. Hyperbole is an exaggeration to add impact to an expression. Example: she cried a river of tears. Number 7. Oxymoron. Oxymoron is contradictory terms or words. Example: what a bittersweet experience. Number 8. Antithesis. Antithesis is opposite statements constructed in parallel structure. Example: two things in life I have enough: good advice and bad example. Signal words commonly used in descriptive writing include describe, feature, part, characteristics, for instance, such as, and to illustrate. Number 3. Definition. Definition paragraph is a definition sentence developed into a paragraph where it becomes an extended explanation of the topic. There are several ways to define a word or term. Number 1. Formal or denotative definition. Formal or denotative definition is a type of definition that states the category or genus in which the object belongs to, then discusses the specific features that differs it from other members of its class. Example: psychology is the science that deals with the study of behavior of man and animals. Number 2. Informal or connotative definition. Informal or connotative definition is a type of definition that shows the broad and other associations made with the word. Example: love is an island of emotions surrounded by an ocean of expenses. Number 3. Etymological definition. Etymological definition is a type of definition that provides the origin of the word. Example: philosophy comes from the two Greek words philos, which means love, and sophia, which means wisdom. Number 4. Theoretical definition is a type of definition that presents an explanation or illustration of the meaning of the word. Example: wisdom is the ability to apply knowledge to a situation. When a person is faced with problems, one has wisdom if he can make wise decisions based on his knowledge and experiences. Next, exemplification. Exemplification is a pattern of development in writing that provides vivid and specific examples to add more information that will support and solidify the main statement. It makes the general statement specific and easy to understand. Exemplification is usually introduced by the expressions, for example, for instance, such as, and take the case of. Verbs which are used in this connection include illustrate, clarify, and elucidate. Example: waste material such as old rags, cotton waste, paper, and etc. should be moved from the serving area. Old rags, cotton waste, and paper are examples of waste materials. Number 5. Classification. In writing classification, you divide members of a group of people, places, or things that share similar characteristics. The brain works in an order. It is natural that when presented with various concepts, an individual organizes them in proper groupings. In short, classification is dividing things and putting them in groups according to their category. Some useful expressions for classification paragraphs are the following: a kind of, a type of, be divided into, falls under, belongs to, a part of, fits into, group with, related to, and associated with. Please read the example of classification as a pattern of text in your self-learning modules. Number 6. Comparison and contrast. In making a comparison, similarities are emphasized. In making a contrast, differences are pointed out. This technique in developing a paragraph either compares features between two or more persons, objects, or concepts that are similar, or contrast features that are different. A paragraph can be developed by using comparison and contrast or by using either one. There are two ways to organize comparison and contrast. 1. Block arrangement. Block arrangement discusses one subject before discussing another subject. This is used when you want to elaborate more on the similarities of the two subjects. It uses a lot of compare keywords such as like, similar to, also, and many more. 2. Point-by-point arrangement. Point-by-point arrangement discusses only the similarities first, then more on the differences after. This arrangement emphasizes more on the differences using keywords like differs, unlike, and on the other hand. Example: faith can be compared to swimming. If you struggle, you will sink. If you rest, you will float. When you pray, don't beg or struggle. Simply rest and believe in Him. That is how faith works. Notice how faith is compared to swimming. Does it make the word faith more understandable? 7. Cause and effect. Cause and effect is a pattern of development establishes a relationship between events. This type of text also uses chronological pattern, giving importance to time and order. Cause refers to why an action or condition took place, while effect refers to the result of the cause. Usually, the cause comes first, bringing about an effect or multiple effects. But in some instances, it can be inverted. The effects are discussed first before the causes. For example, John is late because he stayed up late to finish his homework. This sentence uses connective word because, which serves as a link between the effect and the cause in an inverted cause and effect pattern. Number 8. Problem solution. This pattern of writing presents the problems and solutions to the problems. There are two ways to structure this kind of writing. First is a block structure where all the problems are listed. Then the solutions are given. Another is a chain structure where the problems is given followed by the solutions. Number 9. Persuasion. Persuasive writing is also argumentative writing. In presenting an argument, the goal is to persuade readers to agree with you. The argument has to be supported by sound reasoning and solid evidences such as facts, statistics, statements from experts, or even personal experiences. In persuasion, you make use of logical, emotional, and ethical appeals to convince. This time, let us check what you have learned in this lesson. Please prepare your pen and paper. Number 1. It refers to any piece of written language such as stories, instructions, comic strips, factual writings, and even text messages. I repeat, it refers to any piece of written language such as stories, instructions, comic strips, factual writings, and even text messages. Letter A. Spoken text. Letter B. Written text. And letter C. Images. Number 2. Understanding and being able to identify recurring allows you to make educated guesses, assumptions, and hypotheses, as well as aid in developing important skills of critical thinking and logic. I repeat, understanding and being able to identify recurring allows you to make educated guesses, assumptions, and hypotheses, as well as aid in developing important skills of critical thinking and logic. Letter A. Shapes. Letter B. lines. And letter C, patterns. Number 3. Public schools should require students to wear uniforms because they save parents money, de-emphasize fashion, and create school spirit. What type of text development is the statement? I repeat, public schools should require students to wear uniforms because they save parents money, de-emphasize fashion, and create school spirit. What type of text development is the statement? Letter A, problem solution. Letter B, description. Letter C, cause and effect. Number 4. Community service activities develop social and emotional skills of students, while academic classes develop intellectual skills. What type of text development is a statement? Again, community service activities develop social and emotional skills of students, while academic classes develop intellectual skills. What type of text development is the statement? A, comparison. B, contrast. C, example. Number 5. Which signal word expresses chronological order? Again, which signal word expresses chronological order? A, last. B, however. C, such. For the answer of this assessment, please refer to the answers key found at the last part of your module. Congratulations! You're doing great! To learn more, please answer the other activities in your modules. Once again, I am Teacher Patrick Malunes Aculado from Gabi National High School, Compostela West District saying, dito, sa TV Eskwela, sa pag-aaral, sama-sama. Bye-bye!